Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Friday. I wonder if they should have one of the days of the week should have called Bake Day. If we could have a Friday, why don't we have a Bake Day? Maybe we could just like have a health food day. Excuse me. Good morning. Good morning, friends and fellow fungi fanatics. How'd you like that one? Friends and fellow fungi fanatics. While we wait for some people to join, I'm going to just throw some rando factos out there. Watch this. This is going to be a slightly different format today, but we have time. Okay? We're going to be out of here slightly early because I'm in the middle of harvest at the grow house. But watch this. We're waiting for people to join, so when I spin the wheel, at least there's a chance they're here. We still have to add one more person to the wheel. But we'll get to that. Hobbies. Do any of you have hobbies? Give me a thumbs up if you have a hobby. I saw that Billy D. R.I.P. to Tony Bennett. To be honest with you, I was surprised. I thought he'd already passed away, but I heard that this morning. Hobbies. Who has a hobby? Hobby horsing. A lot of us do shrooms for hobby. Some of us fish. That's a neat hobby. Some of you play. Alan does RC cars. So, if you like extreme sports and are picky about wearing neatly pressed clothes, there is a hobby for you. It's called extreme ironing. Extreme ironers iron their clothes on mountaintops and at the bottom of lakes, and even on surfboards. Insect fighting is a popular pastime in parts of Asia. Cricket fighting is the thing in China, while Japanese prefer to fight beetles. The ancient Assyrians loved to hunt lions. Some sculpture reliefs from the palace of King Ashurbanipal depict the king hunting lions, even with his bare hands. Geocaching is where people use a GPS to locate a small prize buried somewhere outdoors. The first geocaching event took place on May 3rd, 2000 in Beaver Creek, Oregon. Though the sport of wife carrying. Hags, you and moms could do this. The sport of wife carrying is big in Finland. In this activity, men race through an obstacle course while carrying a female teammate. Okay, there you go. I grab moms and go, Hags. My money's on you. More than 3 million chessboards are sold every year in the U.S. alone, making it the best-selling board game of all time. Not bad for a game that dates back to 1200. How about this one? J.C. Payne took knitting to a whole new level by creating the Guinness Book of World Records largest ball of twine. It measures 41 and a half feet in circumference. There are multiple claims to the world's biggest ball of twine recorded in the United States. As of 2014, the ball of twine with the largest circumference is located in Cocker City, Kansas. Roll up twine for the rest of your life and see if you can beat that. How about this one? This one would be perfect for free. Ask me free. This is a hobby you should take up. It's called chess boxing. Okay? You have to be a nerd and a jock to chess box. As the name indicates, the sport involves playing chess and boxing. Chess boxers must have competed in 50 amateur boxing matches and have a chess rating of 1600. Okay? When North Carolina dermatologist Manfred Rothstein wasn't working, he was collecting back scratchers. In 2008, he became the world record holder with 675 back scratchers from 71 different countries. And now, good morning. Oh, Pops, what's with your hair? You're all right. I can handle it. If you can handle it, I can handle it. Should I make a trip to the mirror? What's up with that? I can handle it. Ready? I need somebody to get on the board so we can spin our first spin of the day. Okay? Jackalopes. I remember Billy D says jackalopes. My parents came home from a little vacation. They brought home a postcard of the jackalope. Every kid in the house, all 6 of us believed in jackalopes till we were like 22 years old. It was like, there's definitely a jackalope because my parents showed us a postcard. I'm not kidding you. Stupid kids. Mean parents. Okay, you guys ready? What state? Please don't look this up. Please, I beg of you guys. Withhold those Google thumbs. Those thumbs that I just want to win so bad I'm going to go look something up and nobody else gets to. Don't do it. Okay? Just guess. All right? We're going to ask a question here. The first person to answer the answer correctly on my screen will get their name put on the board and get ready to go spinning. Okay? You guys ready? The largest ice fishing contest in the world is held in what state every year? What state? Largest ice fishing tournament. Derek Anderson's already on the board. Derek, you just made it. Derek is correct. It's Minnesota. Derek nailed it on opening line. Derek Anderson, good job. It's held at Gull Lake in Minnesota every January, and the contest attracts more than 15,000 people every year. Rando facto, and that's going to get Derek Anderson on the board. Okay, here we go, Big D. Derek? Good morning, everybody. I think there's enough people here to do our first spin of the day. I believe there's enough people here to do our first spin of the day. Those are our 3 boxes we're going to give away. However, there's not enough likes. So when the likes were 46 people, 26 likes. Okay? So, Arnie, hey. You guys will let me know when you're ready to spin. Actually, the likes will let me know. I'll just sit over here and wait. I'll sit over here. Well, you sit over there with your thumb. And you guys will decide, it's almost time to spin. I'll hit the like button now. Doing better. Still 25% of you not liking. What's that all about? Bribing the likes out of the kids again. Here we go. Give me 8 more likes. Give me 8 more likes. Whiskey, one of these days, though. Good morning, Whiskey, my good buddy. Okay, Okay, I'll take those numbers, 46 and 43 likes. We'll live with that. Okay, here we go. Spinning to winning. Good luck to Streety, Alan, Kim, Nerdy, Cleany, Herbie Von Werby Kabop, Free the Ancient One Page, Mushmouth, Derek Anderson, Holly, and Billy D. Here we go. What kind of a spin are we going to put on this thing here? Here we go. Nerdy. It's the Nerd Nature time. Kim asked us to put him on the board earlier this week. Nerdy. Nerdy on the spin to win. Nerd, I got to get you out of there because we're going to put someone else's name on there now. So, boop, you're bye-bye. But you're also a top boxer. Okay? Nerdy, you're a top boxer. Let's look at it. I have fun doing this. Just so you guys know. You guys sitting out there, 3 of you have fun every day. I have fun every day. You ready? Vegas, we talked about you all day yesterday. Go watch yesterday's show, sweetie. We talked about how we're all coming to your town. We're going to get an Airbnb right next door to you. Nerdy, what's in here? You got the official rare, hard to find, usually only get on Fridays, pop sticker. Okay, good, Vague. We got the pop sticker. Now, this is going to be an unusual, you haven't gotten this particular prize before here, but I was thinking about it this morning, okay? You know, we have a website called DetroitMushLab.net. Of course, Nerdy, that's where you're going to have to send your address, okay, so you can get this prize from us, right? Well, while you're over there at the website sending me your address, go ahead and pick yourself up 1 free liquid culture. This is a certificate. Now, if you don't pick it today because you don't feel like it today, at any time that you want, you can turn this in for 1 free liquid culture. So you just say, Pops, I got one of your IOUs. Let me put IOU on that. IOU. And then you can go on there and pick whichever strain you want, rather than me having a strain here for you. Okay, so you got an IOU. Go pick out any liquid culture you want. Again, it doesn't have to be today. This thing lasts forever as long as we're in business. We're going to send you this IOU. And you can remit that at any time you like. And we'll send you out a liquid culture from the site. That's one of the things that's in your box. Here's another thing that we put in your box. This is 4 grams. This is 4 grams right here of Ghost. This is our current Ghost, 4 grams. Really good stuff. We're hearing some amazing stuff about it, and you can't be fresher or better because we're harvesting and drying as we speak. I have to get back out of here, get back over there. I'm like in the midst of this big, huge harvest right now. I'll send you guys a couple of pictures later on IG, okay? The final thing that's in your box, I felt bad as I was closing the box because it's so big, because it's gigantic. It broke. It cracked. This mushroom right here, it cracked on the cap right there. This mushroom, just this one alone, weighs 7 grams. So we're sending you 7, we're sending you 4, and then the one's a little cracked, but we're sending you 7, we're sending you 4, and we're sending you an IOU. And of course, probably the most valuable thing in the whole box is the rare pop sticker, okay? So, Nerdy, give me an address, and I'll get this mailed out to you, okay? And let's stick around because we want to get 2 more people. We want to get more boxes out today. Excuse me. I want to get a name put on this. How we doing this morning? You guys happy to be here? Next week, I decided already, next week we're going to go back to ground zero. Just because we should do this every quarter or so, every 3 or 4 months. We're going to go all the way back to ground zero as a group. And if you know anybody that wants to join us, we're not going to charge them $375 to teach them how to do this. Starting next week, for the whole week, we're going to go back to ground zero, starting with, here's a syringe of liquid culture. Here's a jar of grain. I'll walk you through all the 10 stages that it takes to grow shrooms. We'll spend a couple of days per stage. By the end of the week, we'll have covered the 10 stages that it takes to grow shrooms. Many, many, many of you know it already, but many, many, many of you really don't. And you'll hear how easy it is, okay? And at the same time, I would ask you if you're well-versed, just go ahead and get somebody a friend of yours or something to watch next week, because we're going to teach you guys, or remind you, go back to ground zero and spend the week just going through. I'll probably be using my book as the guidebook for the class, okay? But that's what we're going to do. Badge, you could have waited for and learned it for free. We're not charging you $375 to teach you how. No, that's unconscionable, okay? So that'll be next week. And the good news is we'll have a little question and answer period in each of the classes. Okay? So whatever we cover in terms of that phase, we'll answer questions, etc. for that. All right? So let's do that next week together as a team. Let's get one more person's name on the board. Okay? Let's get another person's name on the board. This is going to be a Popsicle. For those of you that are new, that means I tell you a dumb little dad joke off of a popsicle stick. The first person to answer it correctly, a grow along, Billy D. I like that. You're smart. I like your little labels that you come up with all the time. Okay? I also like what Ego's doing right there. See, that turns me on more than anything. I see Ego telling Cleany he'll catch up with him later. That is what we talk about, facilitating communication. It's beautiful. Educate, entertain, and facilitate communication. Help each other grow. Let's do this Popsicle. The first person to answer correctly on my screen will get their name on the board to replace Nerdies. Ready? Here we go. It's goofy. I promise you this is a goofy one. What kind of dance does your mother do? Go. What kind of dance does your mother do? What's mom doing? What's your mother doing? The twist, the belly dance, the twist. Sasuke Mojo's got it correct. He does the mamba. You could have spelled it M-O-M-B-A, but he does the mamba. Now that is funny. Okay, what kind of dance does your mother do? It's pretty basic. Okay, let's get Sasuke on the board. Good job, Sasuke Mojo. Sasuke, you haven't been on the board in a minute. Here we go. Sasuke Mojo. We'll get back to you. We're going to spin that thing in a few more minutes. Okay? Give me 5 people that like the Popsicles. Come on. Popsicles have been good this week. Come on. Give me some feedback on the Popsicles. There have been a couple of good ones. The best one so far is why the policeman gave the balloon a ticket for breaking the law of gravity. You guys didn't get that. The only reason Streety even got it finally is because I had to give a hint. Okay? Well, I've been picking them out. out of my popsicle stick collection. I'm like, oh, this one's too basic. Okay, let's cover though where we had been. We're gonna read this article out of continuing to read the article out of Radical Mycology. I'll break it into two parts. We'll have a halftime here, do a spin to win, and then I'll finish the article. Okay. We've been covering this for the last couple of weeks, and I just want to continue to cover it. Next week, we're going to go back to basics. And then after that, we can come back to it again. Okay. But the grow reset next week, I think, is going to be invaluable for some of us, but probably even more so if you have a friend or a neighbor or something that's like, hey, I've been interested. Literally, by the end of next week, and we'll make it fun, and I might even win a prize or two. By the end of next week, it'll be like, oh, okay, I am ready to go get my grow going. Okay, that's what we want to do. We're on page 434 in the Radical Mycology book, and the last thing that we had been discussing from the book was the spiritual movement of psychedelics. And we were in the early 60s, and last week we spent a fun amount of time shredding Wasson. Okay. I decided I don't like the guy historically, don't know him personally, so anything I say is really kind of gossipy. But based off of what I know about the guy, screw Wasson. Okay? Other people came along, and they didn't help just as much as this guy Wasson. And you know what you find out with most of them? It's either money or ego. It's money or ego. And here's the facts. Can I say this before I even start reading this article? Do you know how easy it is to be money or ego? I could do it. I could be the money guy. I could do this whole thing for money. Or I could do this whole thing because I want to be the ego guy. I could do both. I am completely capable of that. Matter of fact, that's how I'm wired. That is how I'm programmed. That is my past experiences. That's the guy I am. Money, let me make as much. I'm going to run companies. I'm going to be a consultant. I'm going to run this organization. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Always thinking, entrepreneurial. And, I want to be the guy in the front. I want everybody, I'm the guy they're looking at. I'm the big shot. I'm the leader. I'm not the little wheel. I'm the big wheel. I got every one of those in me. And yet I sit here. You go, okay, Pops, we see it. I sit here a completely changed person, a completely different person. I abhor the idea of capitalizing on mushrooms. I love the idea of breaking even or being able to minorly supplement incomes like it's a hobby that actually pays off. I find that extremely healthy. That is extremely healthy. I've had hobbies in the past that cost me money all the time. To have a hobby, I'm not talking about mine, it's yours, and you're making $1 or $2 off of your hobby, that's a wonderful thing. If you've taken this sacred stuff and taken it beyond the hobby level and said, this is the way I'm going to become a mogul, a mushroom mogul, that's my vision for myself, I scream shame on you. You'll end up the same place these guys came from. We have living, existing examples of exactly what's going to happen to you. I have them in our little congregation, our little culture. I've talked to you guys about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 friends in the past 3 years that I've watched turn something that they started out the same idea I did. Let's keep this thing on the up and up. And then next thing you know, I could really make some money at this. There it goes. I could really become a big shot at this. There it goes. And none of them are left. We have living examples, and yet, what do? We step up and say, I'd like to try it too. You know you get a guillotine, chop your head off, right? It's going to happen. We have living examples of the shysters and the con artists and the people that take something that we can use for the benefit of ourselves and mankind and determine that this is an income source. This is going to be as easy as pulling money off a tree. I want to tell you something, pals. Go ahead, you can grow 3 tubs. You can grow 4 tubs. You can. You'll get yourself a nice little... You can't do this day in and day out. 14 to 16 hours a day. 7. When you take a day off, it's planned and it's paid for. You can't do this thing without putting in a good 14 hours a day. You don't get a fly-by-night this thing. You don't. If you're fly-by-nighting it, guess what you're doing? You're doing what a colleague did about 3 years ago. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be the LC king. I'm going to start delivering amazing LC, liquid culture and syringes to people. Okay. We all know that that's not that hard to do. Make a jar of LC, pull some syringes out, put them in a bag, and send them to somebody. At that level, it's not that hard to do. 2 to 3 years ago, people were charging $30 a syringe because it was hard to get. There's supply and demand. There weren't that many people doing it. So this one guy sits around, he calculates, I could take a jar, 300 cc's, I could pull 30 syringes out. At $30 a syringe, that's $900 for this little jar else. I'm rich. He packages them up. He sends them out to people. People like you and me who spent our hard-earned money buying rye grain or oats or corn or whatever. We spent all this time prepping our grain. We spent this time pressure cooking it, jarring it, pressure cooking it, curing it, getting it ready. So my $30 syringe finally comes in the mail. I can't wait. And I go squirt it on my grain, and about 15 days later, it turned green. I reached back out to you because you sent me that guy for $30, and you poof, disappear. There's no website. There wasn't a website. Poof, all you have to do is go back on IG and change your name. You sent out 30 dirty syringes. You made $900. Screwed everybody and all of their time and effort. And oh boy, they can't wait to buy another syringe from somebody now. You think people aren't doing that? You better look again. You better look again, pal. How about the water syringes? How about the water syringes, huh? The spore syringe that's got pepper and water. Oh, well, yeah, those are spore flakes, I think, in there. You know, how come, then you start writing the guy, how come the spores are taking so long? Oh, the spores take longer than LC. Well, it's been 45 days they've been sending. It's been 45 days. And people are continuing and continuing and continuing to do that to this hobby. The pepper flake syringes. wonder what Wasson would have sent us. Anybody have an idea what Wasson would have sent us? Oh, God. So I get incensed by the whole thing because if you think putting in, and this is Sandy does the same thing. I believe MVP does the same thing. And Kim. You don't do this thing fly by nighty. And you don't do it so you can gouge a guy. You figure out what's the cheapest way I can get this stuff going. How can I break? I do have to pay my bill. I do have to pay for keep the FAE going. I even have to spend about 10% on my research and development. The average ounces out there, $240. Let's see if we can cut that in half and deliver better quality than anybody ever has. And then you look at that guy and go, oh, he's looking to make money at this. Evaluate who you're working with and why they're doing it. As a research into the psychological benefit of LSD continued in hospitals around the world, a small group of clinicians sought to uncover similarities between the cognitive effects of psychedelics and the standard description. Oh, we already read that. I'm sorry, we already read that. Excuse me. As the psychoactive mushrooms and LSD became increasingly popular in the counterculture movement of the 1960s and the 1970s, rising celebrities in the psychedelic scene began evangelizing visions as the world turned on. See, that's what we are. We're now at that we're at the new horizon of the psychedelic culture. There was a horizon in the early 60s. It was vanquished. We're sitting on a new horizon. This guy uses this term, evangelizing our visions. Pop sits here virtually every day. I just got through with an evangelical vision to you guys. I evangelize my vision. In other words, I espouse it, and it's faith-based. I believe faithfully what I'm saying. So I'm evangelizing, I'm proselytizing my vision of this mushroom culture that isn't here to take advantage of each other. That's what my vision is. My vision is, okay, here, let me just be a little transparent. Currently, and I say this with as much pride as I possibly can. 3 years ago, 4 now, one-man shop, Pops, and I could only do so much. And I wanted to do more. How do I do more and I can only do so much? And by the way, it's not like I'm getting younger. I have to bring people into the fold. I have to multiply myself so my vision multiplies. You guys want to hear this? Did anybody want to hear what I'm talking about here? I'll be right back. Dad, I looked around 3 years ago, 2. I have to multiply myself. And I'm not multiplying myself so I can make more money. I promise you. I have enough over here in that pot. That's the pot I live out of. It's the way it's set up. If I was anything else, I'd be a lying full of shit guy, and you wouldn't. I don't want anybody to listen to me. So almost 3 years ago, I'm like, how do you multiply yourself? But you're doing felonious stuff. This is his. Who are you going to invite in to say, hey, do you want to go to jail with me when we get busted? Not very many people want to do that. 3 years ago, I start looking around. I'm reaching out to every contact I have, and I had quite a few. Will you help me build a website? That'll be my first move. Let me start a website. Nobody would touch me with a 10-foot pole. They don't want to be involved or attached or have it researched back to, oh, you were the one that designed the website that's selling that when I get busted. Nobody wanted to touch me. So for months, I'm searching. I finally get a guy, I'll go in it with you. 9 months later, he's stolen $9,000 from me and ripped off about 40 customers that I still need to make it right to. Because my name's attached, not his. He was just the designer. But he designed in enough stuff that it was super easy when he felt like, oh, there's a big chunks of money in there, et cetera, boop, took it all. And Pops is dumb. I don't know a damn thing about the internet. I'm thinking we're chugging along 9 months into it, man. We're making progress. People are checking it out. The vision is coming true. This is amazing. This is awesome. Woke up one morning and everything was gone. Whew. The house had caught on fire and burned down around you. And you still owe almost, I think, close to 40 orders. Sending me, hey, where's my order for I don't even have the data left. I have to just believe that I owe them something. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Let me send it to you. Poof. What am I going to do about that? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'll start another one. I'll find another guy I trust even more. At the same time, I'm going to write a book. I'll get this person involved. This person's going to illustrate it for free. Might share some profits later on, but we're in it for the vision. We're in it so we can get information out there. The book is just to teach people how to grow mushrooms. I'm not trying to make money on it. Neither am I. I'm your illustrator. 2 illustrations later, I get a letter from her lawyer that she's expecting half of all of the proceeds for this book that I'm writing with her. I'm on notice. I guess you're in it for the money after all, aren't you, illustrator? Have to put that idea to bed. I find another website guy. We start up another website. Wake up one morning, poof, it's gone. Guy did the same exact thing as the other guy did, but for just a little bit less money. I wasn't as exposed because I sort of learned a little bit, but I still trusted and believed. And we'd gone along for a while. Most of you know about the second poof site, not the first poof. Why am I telling you guys this story? I'm telling it for a very specific reason. You got to hang in here. You pay your dues to be in this thing. Oh, you're a mushroom. You pay your dues. Or you don't play. You quit. Some people, it's good enough, man, I got my 4 tubs. I'll do another 4 next June. That isn't the way I was operating. So I had 2 poofs, 2 website, rip off, go away, take me a poof. Should Pops have quit? I get the message. I'm called. Oh, God, I'm going to turtle up now. Mush Fest. Very first Mush Fest. I meet Sandy and Carlotta. The universe brought them to me. First Mush Fest. This is a man. This is a man that has the same heart I do. We spent enough time hanging out that it's clear. Now I have to groom him. He wasn't quite where I wanted him to be. But I think I got a guy that can help me with my vision. I think I got a vision quester here with a beautiful wife. And we connected at the most visceral level. And he went home with the map with all the pins in it. And it was at that time I was like, I'm committing to this situation until I don't know, he might website poof me too, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I'll get email poofed by these guys. Or whatever, website. And so we start working together. And working together. And right about this time, I'm like, I can't do the grow house by myself. Can't. And yet it's so secret to this minute. Brock can't tell you where it is. Sandman's never been there. No one that you know has ever been there. Miss Rose has to drop me off around the corner because she doesn't even want to know which house it is on the block. It's extremely private. I had to hire a caretaker, a fellow Marine, somebody that I trust with my life, Semper Fi. It's the only person. And he has a little nephew. And his nephew, he trusts with his life. So when he needs an extra set of hands, he gets to call nephew. If not, it's my Semper Fi and me. And when I'm not here over there, he is. And he does much more of that actual work than I do. I do more of the front end. And I'm always there because I'm the farmer and I'm all the ideas and I'm the driver. I'm the whip. Does that make sense? Can any of you guys picture Pop as the whip? And then we found the most amazing new website guy. I still needed a website. Again, somebody I had met at a Mush Fest, and I now know him in person. And that's Chris and Ellen. And CCS. He can help me with the IT stuff, he says. He not only can help, he's brilliant. To this minute, he has been nothing but Sandman. Impeccable. And the amazing thing is, where did I find these people? Not looking for them online. We found them in our community at our Mush Fests. So I'm currently sitting on 5 people that I supplement or help supplement them as they help supplement you guys out here. Does that make sense to you guys? Give me 5 people that say that makes sense. There's 5 people that are being supplemented, and not one of them's living off of it. Oh, I refuse that. It's not time to make a salary here. It's supplemented. You can supplement because you're helping supplement here. Ain't nobody getting rich I refuse it. I'm not, if you're looking to get rich, go find another mushroom partner. But you will get, I gotta supplement CCS for handling the IT stuff. We gotta supplement Sandy and Carlotta for all of the work they're doing out there. We gotta supplement my grow partner at the grow house. We gotta supplement his nephew. And so when somebody spends $120 on an ounce with me, how much of it do you think I make? Oh, Pops ain't getting rich. And I don't want to. I'm not crying foul. I'm trying to put it straight to you guys. That's not the way we do it. I promise. I do it to supplement 5 other people and supplement you. And I live out of a different bucket. And I love it that way because it gives me pure integrity. I'm pure integrity. I get to sit in front of people and expound extreme. Nowhere close to 24, Mike Barball. Not even thinking about that. Because I'm not only supplementing, but I also have all of the expenses too. Okay? Kim, I couldn't do it if I didn't have another bucket. I couldn't. That's the only reason we do it. Because there is another bucket. And we can keep them separate and keep them clean. And then we're adding the third bucket, which is the nonprofit organization. We're adding a nonprofit organization to the whole deal. So that is going to be its own thing. And eventually, why would Pops want a brick and mortar building? Why does Pops want a brick and mortar building? So I could help more people supplement their income. Hire some of you. So I could help more people supplement their income. There's nothing more profound. To reach more people, Kim. Thanks for letting me wax poetic on that. I want us to be really clear that I proselytize, I evangelize, and I ask us to not be in it for money. I ask us to help people and do as, if you're coming close to breaking even, if you're putting gas in your car and you don't have to pay for the next load of substrate, I think you're doing pretty good. Especially if somebody down the street isn't feeling depression and you're curing an addiction across town. That's kind of a lot more valuable than adding more rope to your yacht or, another cushion or something. It's just a little more valuable to me. Let's do this. Let's do a giveaway. Boop. After all that. Sasuke Mojo, didn't we just put you on there? Sasuke Mojo, we just put you on there and it ran around to you. Sasuke Mojo just got on there this morning and boop, there he is. I feel bad for all these other people waiting all week. Make sure that this thing's, there's no break on it or anything, you guys, I promise. Sasuke Mojo, congratulations, it was meant to happen, it was meant to happen, it was meant to happen. Sasuke Mojo, we're gonna put one more name on the board and spin it again. Okay, Sasuke Mojo, what'd you win? Well, you're doing pretty good. This is a really nice box. You're getting the old Pop sticker. You're getting the old, I guess it's a hot spot. We'll change the hot spot a little bit. We're gonna send you a 1 free liquid culture. This says LC, by the way. That's Pops' LC. So 1 free liquid culture. You can go to the site, pick out any culture that you want. just send it to me. Just say, hey, Pops, this was the culture I picked. And when you tell me which culture you picked, don't even do it. You don't fill out anything. Just write that in an email to me, and we'll get that sent out to you. Okay? We'll also have 4 grams. 4 grams. We weighed it out. A little more. 4 grams of Ghost. 4 grams of Ghost. And then, oh, what's the big boy in the box? What's that guy doing down in there? Well, I can show you one part for starters. 8.8 grams. You guys don't really want to see it, though. It's 8.8 grams. One fruit, but nobody really cares to see it, do they? We'll just let Sasuke check it out himself. Sasuke will see it, and if he feels like maybe posting a picture of it later or something, he can. But we'll just leave that between Sasuke. Sasuke, you got an 8.8. You got an 8.8 piece of fruit, and whoa, you guys want to see it? What? You guys really do? I thought most of you would say, yeah, don't worry about it. We see that stuff all the time. You guys want to see the 8.8? Really? All right. Go ahead and stop teasing you. Truly weighs 8.8. Look at this. It's basically the size of a baseball. Sasquatch. Let's see if I remember correctly. Is it 8.8? I hope I'm not misrepresenting. I wouldn't have written that on the bag. Let's see. Oh, heck. Might have lost a little. 8.5. Let's go 8.5. Not bad. Was I including the bag weight or something? I don't know. Sasuke Mojo, you're getting an 8.8. You're getting a 4-pack. You're getting stickers and you're getting IOUs. So do me a favor and send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net and we'll get that mailed out to you. We have to take your name off the board. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to put another one on in that spot, just in case. Because that spot hit twice today. I don't want to put a third person on there and have it hit a third time and have everybody else bummed out. So we're going to spin 11 this time. Just the way it's going to be. I can change the rules and do anything I want, anytime I want. Let me read this reading first, and then we're going to spin 11. Okay? We'll spin 11. Is that okay with you guys? Or do you want me to put another name up there? You guys decide. Put another name up there? Or spin 11? Whoever doesn't have their name up there should be saying, put another name up there. Whoever's name is up there should be saying spin 11. Okay? Moms, have a nice day. Spin 11 today. If Hakes tells me to spin 11, that's what I'm going to do. Done. Unconditional love. Let's do a quick reading on unconditional love. Okay? Unconditional love. And it's unconditional love to me, and this guy's going to make a point. It's very misunderstood. Just like turning the other cheek. Turning the other cheek does not mean constantly be abused. Unconditional love doesn't mean put up with anybody's bullshit. Oh, but I unconditionally love them, so I have to put up with whatever they do. That is not unconditional love. By the way, unconditional love is not even about them. It's about you. It's about the love you have for yourself. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's read this. Unconditional, let's remember that though. Turning the other cheek, that's metaphorically a correct thing to do. Exist to be abused, that is not what that means. Unconditional love is not so much about how we receive and endure each other as it is about the deep vow to never, under any condition, stop bringing the flawed truth of who we are to each other. Unconditional love is about being truthful. Much is said about unconditional love today, and I fear that it has been misconstrued as an extreme form of turning the other cheek, which to anyone who has been abused is not good advice. However, this exaggerated passivity is quite different from the unimpeded flow of love that carries who we are. In truth, listen. In truth, unconditional love does not require a passive acceptance of whatever happens in the name of love. We've been kind of programmed that. Oh, well, we have to accept it unconditionally, passively, in the name of love. We were taught that's really a good thing. That's a kind and good person that does that. And there's a truth to that, but that's not what unconditional love is. Rather, in the real spaces of our daily relationships, unconditional love means maintaining a commitment that no condition will keep us from bringing all of who we are to the other person honestly. I won't lie to you. I won't fake it. I won't be a phony baloney hypocrite. I'm bringing all of who I am unconditionally in love to the situation or to you. It didn't say one word about accepting a thing you do. For example, on any given day, I might be preoccupied with my own needs, and I might overlook or bruise what you need and hurt you. But then you tell me, and you show me you're hurt, and I feel bad. And you accept that sometimes I go blind to those around me. I feel bad, and you accept that, you know what, sometimes he is a blind ass. But we look deeply on each other, and you accept my flaws, not my behavior. And I am grateful for the chance to work on myself. Somehow all of this brings us closer together. Unconditional love is not the hole in us that receives the dirt, but the sun within us that never stops shining. Boop. What do you think about that? Remember that well, especially parents. Your unconditional love for your kids is really about you. You guys ready? Let's do our final spin for the day. Let's do our final spin for the day. That was good stuff, wasn't it, you guys? Good reading this morning. Thank you for being here and letting me read that with you. So, here we go. God, it was so close. This thing must have a hot spot or something. Clean grow. Clean Grow. Cleany deserves a win. Thanks, Hags. That was good stuff this morning. Cleany, I'm happy to show you what you want. Cleany, here you go, my pal. I'm sending you a sticker, a rare and expensive sticker. I'm sending you an IOU for liquid culture. We're going to send that to you. This comes from our website for free. Anybody that needs LC, get over to the website, please. We deliver amazing good stuff. Commercial time. Amazing good stuff at a bargain basement price. And we deliver immediately. So head on over there for some LC. We also packaged 4 grams of Ghost for you. So we did 4 for one, 4 for the other, 4 for the third. So everybody got the equal amount of Ghosts. Okay? So here's your Ghosts. A 4-pack of Ghosty McWosties. And then I looked deep into my collection, Cleany, and I said, you know what the last box of the week is going to have in it? Freeze-dried. Freeze-dried. But wait, there's more free. That's right. We cross-sectioned a fruit. A big, gigantic, this thing weighed a little over 5 grams. A little over 5 grams. Cross-sectioned it and then freeze-dried it. So you can see what it looks like. This is the inside of it. That's the one side, that's the other side. So we're sending you out this cross-section scientific specimen that you may or may not ever open. You may or may not frame this because you'll never get another one like it. All right? And we felt like, come on, give me 5 people said that is a good way to end the week. Cross-section freeze-dried specimen with everything else that's in the box. We're proud of that one. We're all like, I hope he likes it. I hope Mikey likes it. Sincerely. Where's clean? Where am I? There it is. It's a good way to end the week. Darn, why do we have to end it? Fellas, I need all your, thanks for being here. Thanks for playing the board game with us this week. You guys, sincerely, Cleany and Herbie Von Werby Kabop and Free the Ancient One and Paige, Mushmouth, Derek Anderson, Holly, Billy D, Streety Allen and Kim. You guys are all willingly went on the board and played this game with us and made it fun for everybody. Didn't take your little slice right away, but put yourself up here. I like you guys so much. Thank you. Thanks for letting us have fun. There's been a beautiful, beautiful week. And it'll continue to get like this. Next week, we're going to spend some time learning together. Okay? Like maybe one less pop story next week and one more, let's talk about growing mushroom stage. But at the end of the day, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being here. And thank you for allowing me to do what I do here. You're keeping me growing. Keeping me going, keeping me growing. Bad Yeti and AMT. Hello, Bad Yeti. Nice to see you. Red Boy and B. Hendricks and Derek Anderson. Amaze Boxes. Carlotta, I love you. Anthony, the Big Man Thornton. Nerd Nature. Badgie. Fun for the whole family. Kimberly. Silly Gal. And Jolie. There's Jolie. MVP and Satterwolf and Harvey Von Werby. Come up. And Rasta Dockman, and Benny Ben and Carrie Craig. Have a wonderful weekend. Wonderful. Stay cool, Carrie. MVP, Mike Baraball. Laura, have a divine day. Nip for Mama with a Nip for Baby. Flying Wing and Anthony Hunt. Thanks for being my friend, too. Anthony, right on, bro. Kimberly, Green Table, Sandman. Love you, bro. Moonshine. Hey, Sandman. Michael Groove, Satterwolf, Sasuke Mojo, Badgie. Ooh, getting after them perches, ya. Big J, have a handsome day. Hags. Snap. Matthew, Seliger, and Grady in Vegas. Have a wonderful weekend, dear. Don't be naughty. Nipper, Jonathan K, Billy D, B. Hendricks. Jesus Christ in Australia. Cornhole tournament. Mushmouth, you're a ringer. I knew it. You're a ringer. You're almost a professional player. If not, you might be in a league. I think you're in a league. Alan, Daniel Cunningham, Ego, Jolie Cantor, Streety Glide. Streety, gosh, you were close to winning today. Moonshine and Cap Dank and Whiskey. Oh, Russell, you still someday, son. Great Unknown, Jesus Christ, Silly Gal, Nerdy, Sid Hunter, Mike Barra, Ball, Clean Grow, Taddy, Titty, Tad, Ted, Lewis, Jimmy Mack, Street Glide, Free the Ancient Ones. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool, free. Mushmouth, Adrian, Isaiah, Red Boy, Paige, EMT, free. Sue, hi Sue, MVP, Herbie, Penny Pack. You're packing the pennies. What a nice week that I had with you, Penny. Satterwolf and Daniel and Married Michael. And the was in Vegas, I know. And Big J, Pops, peace. Exhibit kindness. And then practice it.